Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya, if you're new. And today I'm really excited to be sharing with you my completed coloring pages for the month of September 2025. So let's get into it. You can see I have my new mat here and I think it's perfect for fall. The first book is Amazon by Brun. And it was the only book that I purchased from her. And I got it off of Lyrica, the website Lyrica. So, and that was a while ago, but the page that I did is this one. So these are leftover summer vibes. I have another summer page that's left over. Basically, this is a page that I started in the summer, but I didn't end up finishing in the summer. I finally finished it. And I did like this beautiful, I love this kind of color. It's from Paul Rubens, the Gombage color. But then I also have one that's similar by White Knight. So I actually don't know if that's the White Knight one, but it's a beautiful like nickel azo type of color. And I did that for the background. And so I did a couple of layers of watercolor. This is all based with watercolor. And there's pencils on top. There is some glitter gel pen and some metallic, I believe, maybe a metallic marker. Yeah, metallic marker here. And I also covered some lines with gel pens and acrylic paint pens and the Langau gel pens and stuff like that. So, and then I put here a little bit, I don't know if you could see that little white area here. I did that with the oil pastel by Sennelier, the iridescent oil pastel. They're like metallic, that my viewer Gigi sent to me, so I put that there. So yeah, that's the page. I love how it came out, and I love that it's like a limited color palette and like a different, more like a funky color palette and not so realistic. So I like doing that with realistic pages like Paul Brun. I like to do that and use crazy colors. So that's that page. The next book is Pop Manga Mermaids and Other Sea Creatures by Camilla D'Erico. And I've only done one other page in here before this, and I finally pulled it out. This is a very old page that I did when I first got the book. And I finally pulled it out again and started some pages. But the page that I completed for this month is this one. It was an experimental page because I didn't love this image. Wasn't my favorite page in the book, and so I tried using the inks on the background, the India inks. And I will be doing a video on India inks and acrylic inks because people have asked me about that. Several people have asked. So I promise you I will be doing a video about it. And so I did that in the background. And then I used, if you saw my coloring with paper video, which if you didn't, please go check it out. It's really, really cool. Coloring with paper, I showed it here where I did this with papers, the seaweed, and I gave her a body because all of Camilla's heads are kind of floating heads, and I don't really like that. I like to give them like a body. So I feel like the composition now is much better. And yeah, so she's like a little octopus. Looks like she has bear ears. She's like a weird creature. But that was really fun page to do, and that's kind of left over from summer because she looks like a sea creature. So to me, sea pages and mermaid pages are like summery. So that is that. And then what did I use? Again, I used here metallic watercolors. This is the Kuretake gold ink, which I showed, and then different gel pens and stuff. And for her, I believe I used Neocolor too, and some pencils on top. So that is that one. The next book is Wald und Natur. Again, I didn't translate. I think it means World of Nature by Rayhan Udasi. And I love this illustrator. She also has pages and books on Etsy, I believe, and on Amazon printed books. But this is the page that I did for this month. And I showed it, if you saw my video on the Artex Oros markers. Let me show it. If you didn't see it, go check it out. how I color with these markers. And they're very light colored alcohol markers. So I showed it in that video, and then I finished it up. So you could see that it's entirely based with alcohol marker. Now I did draw a border like this to give it a border because it didn't have one. And then I did one of the Colorful Black series from the Langau, which I use a lot. The Langau acrylic markers, the Colorful Black. I already have like 3 other backup sets of this because these are incredible colors that are so useful, and I use them a lot. So that is that. And I used Pablo pencils on top of the alcohol markers. And then, yeah, this is like, I think this is my favorite page of the month. I love mushrooms, and I love how it came out. I love the background and everything. And it was so much fun doing it. I feel like this book is great for alcohol marker because the paper is kind of thick. It's not thick enough to use watercolor, too much watercolor, although you could use it. I did use watercolor in this background. You could do it. But alcohol marker has been working really nicely for me. I did this one a long time ago with alcohol marker as well. You can see entirely based. And I actually filmed myself doing it, and then I lost the footage, and I really wanted to show you how to do a background like this. And unfortunately, I lost the footage, but then I showed it with the Artex markers in this page. So I'm glad I finally was able to show that to you guys. How to do a beautiful light colored background with alcohol markers and multiple colors. You can see multiple colors in here. So yeah, I love it. And I put a little neon on the snail, if you could see, and then I covered some of the lines with a neon gel pen. I put a little neon also on the grasshopper and on these mushrooms to give it a little pop. And yeah, I love it. I've been loving this book, and I've already started a couple of other pages in here. I started this one, so hopefully I can finish it next month. This is also with paper, book page paper. So if you saw my coloring with paper video, that is the technique I showed. I didn't show this page in the video, but this is the technique I used here. But I did use the Artex Oros also here in this background. So hopefully I'll finish that one next month. It's a work in progress. But yeah, I love this mushroom page. I think it's my favorite of the month. The next book is The Imaginary Forest by Jane F. Hankins. And this is the only book that I have of hers. I got it when she was doing a sale. And I believe Shell's Coloring Journey was telling us about it. So I finally finished this page that I had started when I first got the book. You could see here, it was like a fall kind of page because I did the leaves, fall leaves. And I do have a video how to color leaves, which I show also fall leaves in it. So I hope you check that out if you haven't. I recently put it out maybe like a week ago or something, a couple weeks ago. But I finished this page. I did a lot of Inktense here when I first started. Then I came back with watercolors. I also used watercolors before, but used watercolors and Inktense pencils here. And yeah, so, and then I did some iridescent watercolor on the wings of the fairies. So yeah, I like how that one came out. It was a lot of fun, and it's perfect for fall. I did also use a little bit of neon. You can see on the side that's facing the lanterns, I did a little neon gel pen also here. So neon is great for so many things. I love neon art supplies. I have a video of all my neon art supplies. So that's The Imaginary Forest by Jane F. Hankins. The next book is Seasons by Hanna Karlzon. And I recently found out that this is no longer in print. Apparently, Jody Moments was talking about that in her video, and I did not know that. That's so interesting. And I only got this book because Doodle Robot had a buddy color group, and I wanted to participate. So this was on it. This was a page that was in the buddy color group, this one. And it pushed me out of my comfort zone because I normally wouldn't get this book. I don't really love Hanna Karlzon, but this is a whip. Since I have it, I really enjoy using watercolor in here. So That's a page I did maybe 2 months ago. But the page that I did this month is this one. And using watercolor in here is just a joy, really a joy. So first of all, what I did is, of course, I did a gold filigree background because I have to. And this is actually not the Kuretake. I think it's Kaliro at the time. And then I did the Langau, a colorful black acrylic marker because they have such dark markers. It's beautiful colors. So this is like one of the purpley colors. So I love how that looks against the gold frame. Just makes it pop. And I did the flowers, and I did the flowers with Prismacolors. And then the rest I did with watercolors, like this brown background I did with watercolors. And I did a little bit of watercolor and pencils on the bird and some gel pens. You could see to cover the lines and stuff. So, and I used some, gel pens and stuff to cover lines, metallic gel pens, jelly rolls. But yeah, I love the color palette on here. That's a really fun, like limited color palette, nice for fall. And I did use a couple of layers, I think, on the watercolor of the background. Sometimes you need to build up. So a lot of my pages, a lot of people tell me, how come they're so vibrant? And that is because there's a lot of layers of stuff. Like there's multiple layers of watercolors, multiple layers of pencils and acrylic markers. And I just layer and layer and keep going until I get what I need. You know what I mean? So that is a trick. Okay, sorry, I got interrupted and I came back. So the next book is Maker Botanicals, Creative Coloring. And I got this at Five Below, which is a discount store in the United States. It's a large, very large book. And I did this page. And I showed it in 2 different videos, both the Artex Oros video and the Coloring with Paper video. If you didn't see that video, please check it out. This is the paper that I put down here on the butterfly. And the orchids are based with Artex Oros alcohol markers. You can see that. Multiple colors there. And I went on top with pencil. And I also went on top with pencil on the butterfly, even though these are paper. And then there's some Neocolor 1 and pencil here. The background is a pearlescent acrylic ink. And then I did go on top with alcohol marker for the dots. And yeah, I love how that one came out. And I did outline with the Hotu gold marker, that one, which I showed in my last haul. So yeah, I love how that page came out. I think it's one of my favorites also this month. The next book is Drawn to Color, a Pacific Northwest coloring book. And I do have a flip through of this on my channel, edited by Ben Clanton. Speaking of which, maybe if there isn't a flip through of this, maybe I will post it. Let me know. Okay, Drawn to Color, a Pacific Northwest coloring book. Yeah, so I have a flip through of this on my channel. And so I did do a page in here. Where is it? For fall, this one, the owl. And this is the same illustrator. There's multiple illustrators in this book, and they're all like children's book illustrators. So I felt like doing a fall page. That's why I did like a mustard background. And I actually used paper here as well for the body, the wings here a little bit, and also the face and the nose. So there is paper here as well. And again, I'm just really into it right now. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch my video, Coloring with Paper. This is also paper, these 2 leaves. And then I did acrylic marker on top of it. And this is also paper right here. Super easy to do, very fun. So I love how that one came out. I think it's really unique and cool and like fallish. And then this, this is, I think, is Neocolor 2, also here, I think, is Neocolor 2. And also these leaves, because they're like big areas. And then I also did acrylic marker dots. You can see here and here. And then there's like gel pen and acrylic markers and stuff. So that is that page in Drawn to Color. The next book is the Hebridean coloring book by Eilidh Muldoon. And this is actually my first page in here. I have a flip through of this on my channel from a while back. There's a bunch of them. I started with the Coloring Book of Scotland. That was my first book that I got. And then I really ended up liking the paper and this illustrator, so I got a bunch of other books by her. This is the page that I did this month. This area is called, I guess, Sgur of Aig. If any of you are Scottish, let me know if I pronounced that correctly. And what I did here was actually paper as well. So all of these are jelly prints of mine or painted papers of mine. This is like a book page. So this is paper, 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 paper. The rest is not. Oh, this is also paper right here. This is a granulating watercolor, and then this is a acrylic marker underneath, and these are watercolors here. And then I shaded with pencil. So on the top of the hill and on the bottom of the hill. So I had a dark at the bottom and lighter pencil at the top. And I do have a process of how I did this, and I will release it in a future coloring update video. So if you want to see how I did that, you will be able to check that out. And then the background is actually oil pastel. Oil pastel background. And then I also drew a border, and then I colored the border with a acrylic marker, one of the colorful black series, to give it like a nice border, because you could see it's cream color. And yeah, I love it. So I used some gel pens and some other mediums, watercolors, pencils on top. But yeah, I really love how that one came out. And I feel like I chose fall colors, so it's a fall vibe page. I hope you can kind of see that. Hopefully it comes through. So yeah, that is the Hebridean coloring book by Eilidh Muldoon. And these books are wonderful. There's wonderful paper in them. And again, I have flip through of them on my channel. Okay. Next book, Autumnal Wood, Enchanted Creatures. So I have a flip through of this on my channel because I saw this on Candace's channel, Happy Catastrophe. And I was looking for the illustrator. I did not know that the illustrator is actually Autumnal Wood. That is the name that's the name that he or she goes by. And they have such a cool style of drawing. So go check out the flip through. It kind of looks like this. I started a couple of other pages. But the page that I did for this month is this one. And I used oil pastels for the entire background. It kind of came just looking like this. And I used oil pastels in the background. His name was Gloomy. I don't know if you can see the letters peeking through here under the oil pastel. He is all Prismacolor and some acrylic marker to cover the lines. And also this little patch is acrylic marker, but the rest of him is Prismacolor. And like I said, the background is all oil pastel, and I fixed it with satin glazing liquid, which is what I always do. And yeah, I love this book. It's so adorable. I actually texted October Cat and told her, you need this book. And she said she loves it and she ordered it. So if you guys have not checked out October Cat, it's a wonderful channel. I highly recommend. She is amazing. And she inspires me so much. So anyway, I love this book. Candace, thank you so much for showing this on your channel. I love it. Go check out Happy Catastrophe. She has a haul of really cool books, and this was one of them. Okay, the next book is Pop Manga Catitude coloring book. And this was actually a Happy Mail from my wonderful viewer, Colleen. Colleen, thank you so much. I love this book, and I'm so happy you got it for me because I have been having so much fun in here. And I showed this in a coloring update, and I showed a little bit of the process of this page on there. So this is the page that I did for this month, the Cherry Cat. And my kids really like this page. They walked by and said, oh my God, I love it. It's so cute. Such cute cats. And this cat is very cute, I have to say. I decided to leave him this grayish color. Some of you suggested I leave it. Some said turn it to a brown cat. I thought about doing like a yellowy orangey cat, but there's plenty of cats in here that I will do yellow orange. So I just left it like this. I added maybe a little bit more gray and stuff to it. But yeah, the background is all acrylic inks. I did like a gradient. And the cherries are with Prismacolors, except for this one is with Neocolor too. And I added a hill under the cat. It was just like floating in air like this. But for the composition, I added a hill with paints, the Inktense paints. And I also used the Inktense paints to add grass on the hill. And I feel like now it's a more complete composition. So yeah, I really like how that page came out. And there are a couple of layers of the acrylic inks. Oh, now looking at it, I can see I also added India ink on top of the acrylic ink. So you can do that. You can definitely add India or acrylic on top of each other. And so yeah, I did add a little bit of darkness there, I can see. And I added a little bit of dots of acrylic marker on the bottom here. I don't know if you could see, just to add a little lighter color. But yeah, I've been doing a lot in this book. I started a bunch of pages. This is with paper. I showed it in my coloring with paper video. Started that and that one. And what's nice is, and then I started here with water-based marker. Water-based marker works really nicely on this book. You can see that one. This is a page I am working on. Hopefully, oh, I didn't see that I accidentally got a little bit of marker here. But hopefully I could finish this one for October. That could be nice with like some fall colors. So hopefully that'll be my October cat. Okay. And then here is, this next book is called Coloring Book of Unicorns. I have a full flip through of this and the two other books by Camilla Garfano in my video called Children's Coloring Book Haul. So go check out that video. I do want to do separate flip throughs of this just to have on the channel. I just haven't had a chance to do it. I wanted to do it after that video, but life has been so busy and I've had so many other videos to post. But I love this book. You guys saw, whoever saw my video of my haul, this is the page I did last month. And this is the page I finished for this month. And it is the Fall Unicorn. So I kind of wanted to use autumn colors. So because of the mushrooms, and I use autumn colors for the trees. So I think it gives fall vibes. What do you guys think? And I was wondering, what color should I do the unicorn? It was hard to pick, but in the end, I went with purple. Purple and a little magenta for the hair. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, very easy. And I really love these like single-sided illustrations like this. I feel like it's easy, it's not too much. Because the double page spreads do take a while. And I do have 2 double page spreads in the other books, in the animals and the dinosaurs. But yeah, this is a wonderful book. I love it. And I look forward to coloring more in here for sure. So that is the Unicorns, Coloring Book Unicorns. The next book is The Biggest Story Coloring Book. And I saw this on October Cat's channel. She has enabled me to buy so many books lately. I just love her. Her taste in books is so similar to mine. And she actually sent me a Korean book that she recently bought and she thought I would like. And I love it. But because of the tariffs, it's so expensive. So I don't know if I'll be getting that one. But I did see this on her channel and this one is very inexpensive. I got it on Amazon. I have a flip through of this on my channel. The Biggest Story Coloring Book by Don Clark. That is the illustrator, and it's like a folk art type of coloring book. Last month, I showed you that one and some other ones, but this is the one I finished this month. So this is, I believe, Moses, although somebody told me it was Abraham, but I'm pretty sure it's Moses. And then with the tablets, and I love this illustration with all the bushes and everything. I did a acrylic marker background I did like a pink sky here. And I used quite a bit of watercolors and pencils on top and like gel pens and stuff. I would say that water-based marker is a little tricky. It can ghost, but acrylic marker and watercolors do work nicely in here. And so I used a bunch of gel pens as well and a bunch of stuff. So, and yeah, I love it. These pages are very easy and beautiful. So they're easy to accomplish relatively, but they turn out beautiful. They're very stylized and very sophisticated. I love the style of the illustrations. You know, I love that one. I'm going to do that for sure. But yeah, so this is just an awesome coloring book. I absolutely love it. I think it's like one of my favorites now recently. And there's a lot of recent favorites, but yeah, there's gel pens in here, a lot of different stuff. But I love how it came out, and I definitely want to do another page for next month in here. The Biggest Story coloring book. The next book is Catma Sutra by Paul Coe, a coloring adventure. And this was a gift given to me by my wonderful viewer, Nini, who also gifted me the postcard coloring book. And I love these both so much. This is a gem, you guys. This coloring book is a gem. Not only is the paper fantastic, but the images are so fun and cute, and they're large, so they're easier to do, but they're very artistic. You know what I mean? So yeah, I love it. This is totally up my alley. And I did this page, finished this page for this month. I started it before January of this year, so long ago. This is a buddy color with Nini, the viewer that gave me this book. We did a buddy color for the Chinese New Year. I really wanted to do a page for the Chinese New Year. I didn't know that this is a traditional Chinese headpiece. So Nini told me that. And I thought it was so cool. It took me forever to finish because I kind of got stuck. I don't know why. But I'm so glad I finally finished. And I will insert Nini's page right here. So this is Nini's page, and her name on Instagram is written right there. To the Sun and Back colors. And I love that yellow background. Everything about the page is adorable. I love how her page turned out. Nini, thank you so much for buddy coloring with me. I'm so sorry it took forever. For the background, I did alcohol marker in this like greeny color, olivey green. And I went on top, I don't know if you could see, with India inks to darken it up, and then I splattered gold ink on it, the Kuretake gold ink that I showed before that I'm in love with. So I kind of splattered that everywhere, and the red bubbles are Fine Tech watercolors, and there's a lot of Langau gel pens in here as well, the glitter ones, and alcohol marker and pencil on top. So yeah, I love how that one came out. And I did post it on Instagram and with her picture as well, with Nini's picture. And this book is a gem. I love it. I really want to color more in here. This is a whip that I'd like to finish. Love it. And it's so inviting to me. I did that one in the past and this one. Love them. So much fun. The next book is one of my favorite books, definitely my favorite, by Lizzie Mary Cullen. It's called The Magical Journey. And it's an older book, but they still have them available on eBay and stuff. But anyway, I did this page. So not the kiwi, this page right here. This was a long-standing whip for a very long time. I had started it because I wanted to use one of my craft paints, the color shift, the purple one in the background. So I wanted to use that, so I did this. And I started a little bit of the inside here, and then I abandoned it. Finally, I came back, and I used Colleen pencils to finish up this page. So a lot of this is Colleen pencils. Except for the ocean. I think the ocean is Prismacolors. And I did dots with acrylic markers on top of this background to make it a little bit better. You could see. And I love the red plane. I knew as soon as I saw this page that I would do a red plane. So yeah, I love how that one came out. Very, very fun. And I'm really happy that the whip is complete. So now I have both of those, and I have several other whips in here. That's a completed page that I did. And, but yeah, I have a couple of whips in here, and I do want to go back to this book. I love it so much. It's another page that I did. But yeah, maybe next month I will continue. Unfortunately, the paper in here is not great, but I love the illustration style. So that's the Magical Journey. The next book is Magical Mushrooms Coloring Book by Marina Tarads. And this is a Page Street Publishing coloring book. One of my viewers actually sent this to me about that it was going to come out, and I was like, oh my God, this is so up my alley. And because it's about mushrooms, and I love love coloring mushrooms. So I have a lot in here that I want to do. But it's like a Good Wives and Warriors type of illustration. And right now I'm not really into detailed illustrations. It comes in waves. So that's why I haven't colored in here that much. But I did finally finish this page. I had started it when I first purchased the book. And yeah, I love how it came out. It's like the mushrooms in the jars. And I used some metallic watercolor for the jars and pencils on top of watercolor. So there's a lot of watercolor in here. The background has some oil pastel as well on top of the watercolor. And I added some grass here with the Inktense paints. So yeah, this was a lot of fun to do. Really, really fun page. So yeah, my taste kind of comes in waves. I don't know if that happens to you guys, where I'll be into a certain type of book or a certain type of vibe. Right now, I'm not really into the super detailed pages like this. They're not super, super detailed, but they are. But I know that I will come back to it. I know that my moods change, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm really happy that I finished it, at least for the fall, because this book is perfect for the fall. So, Magical Mushrooms Coloring Book. Very, very cute. Actually, Doodle Robot has a flip through of this on her channel. I let her know about this book, actually, and she loved it. So that's Magical Mushrooms. Then the next book is Cat Color by B.K. Tibbin. And this illustrator is so fun. And there's actually stickers of these illustrations, which it's on my wish list. I want to get it at some point. But for now, I have the coloring book. And I saw this on Coloring Queen. Now, this is a pomegranate coloring book, which generally I love the paper. I would say, I think next time I'm going to try alcohol marker, because the watercolor wasn't great on this paper, even though it's nice paper. That's one that I want to do. But I did complete a page for this month. Where is it? Here it is. This one. And I did use a little bit of watercolors and pencils, acrylic paint pens. That's mostly what I used in here. So it was a lot of fun. And they're really cute cats sitting in a hot tub. And I think this is San Francisco, the Golden Gate, maybe, in California. So I love it. Love how it came out. So fun. And then I also started another page in here that I will hopefully finish for next month. So we'll see. But yeah, that's the one for this month, and I love it. That's Cat Color. The next book is Millie Marotta's Wildlife Wonders. And this is a compilation book. This is a page that I showed on my video, Coloring with Paper. And I used paper for some of these leaves, like this. And then also for the body here of the bird. So I love how it came out. It's very funky, and I tried to choose kind of like fall colors. So it kind of has fall vibes, I think. And I finished it up. And yeah, the only bummer about this paper is that I was planning to use a lot of water-based markers, and they don't work good at all on this paper. It kind of soaks it up, and it looks very streaky. So This is not the best paper, you know. Look, a lot of stuff bled through. I don't know if you could see the ghosting here, but a lot of stuff bled through. This paper is just kind of a disappointment. So this book I got used, but I would not recommend this book, the compilation. I think they might have different paper, different editions. But yeah, I don't know if I'd recommend this edition. The paper is not the best. But anyway, I did enjoy coloring this page, and I probably would use just acrylic markers and stuff in the future. But I also did dots here. I don't know if you could see the dots. There's neon dots here, and here I have darker dots. So the background is a flat metallic marker in like a copper color, the whole background, and then I added the dots on top. And there is quite a bit of like glitter gel pen in here and stuff like that. But it is a fun page. I do like it. So that is Millie Marotta's Wildlife Wonders. And the next book is Lore Olympus, the official coloring book. And I love this book. I don't think I have a flip. Maybe I do. I have a flip through of this on my channel. So it's not a book that I saw in many other places. Have many whips in here. That's a completed page. This is a whip I'd like to finish for next month in October. But this month I finished this page, the pomegranate page, because pomegranate is a running theme here. There have other, this is the story of Hades and Persephone. It's a Greek mythology, but like a modern twist. So it's actually a comic. And I did buy the books. I got sucked in and read them. So pomegranate is something that I think Hades had to give to Persephone. Once she ate it, she became part of the underworld, and then he could marry her, something like that. But anyway, pomegranate is ripe in the fall, especially in September and October. So I thought it would be nice to do this page, and I love the I love that his suit is brown. I did his suit brown. I kind of wanted to use fall colors. And then I did the border with the, again, the Kuretake gold ink. So a lot of this is watercolor with pencil on top. I also use Neocolor 2 a lot in here and pencil on top. So that's mostly what that is. Watercolor, Neocolor 2, and pencils. I did cover some of the lines with gel pens and stuff as well. And it didn't wrinkle the paper too bad, so it's not bad. But yeah, I love this book. It's super, super fun. I've already done a bunch of pages in here, and I do want to continue. That also I did not too long ago. And I have this one too. I have a couple of pages. This one is, I'm working on it. So I'm continuing on this, and I want to work on it more this month. So I'm definitely going to work on this book more in October. Lore Olympus. Okay, the next book is Color a World of Wonder, Ectopia by Ken Matsuda. So this is the English version of a Japanese coloring book that many of us have known about already. I actually have the Japanese version as well. I don't know if it's available on Amazon Japan. I don't know. But I have a flip through of this on my channel, and this just came out, the English version. This is published by a wonderful publisher, Get Creative 6, and they did send me this book, and I love it. So I'm very, very happy that it's available now in the States, much more accessible. So go check out my flip through of this book if you haven't seen it. And I did this page in the flip through at the end. I did a little demo of me coloring this page. So I love it. And I did, again, the Kuretake gold ink. Again, I've been using this like crazy for this circle in the background. Then I did a colorful black acrylic marker again. Get it. I've been using these like crazy. So this is one of like the bluey ones. So I did that for the background. And the bird itself is all watercolor, pencils on top, a little bit of gel pen. But that's mostly what it is. And it's a lot of fun. I tried to choose kind of like fall colors, so it would have like a fall theme. So yeah, I love how that one came out. And that is my last page of the month. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my pages. I hope you had a wonderful month of coloring, and I hope you enjoyed yourself with coloring. I want to say a big thank you to everybody who comments, such nice comments. It's such a fuel for me. It really, really is so encouraging. So I appreciate you very, very much. And I am excited because I have a lot of fun videos coming out in October, next month. So I hope you will stay tuned and watch those videos. And yeah, have a wonderful week and month, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.